Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new day. It is Tuesday morning, December 31st, last day of the year. So yeah, before we get started on our day, Glenn and I would just like to wish all of you a happy new year, a safe new year, and may you all be blessed. So it's been quite a year for us, and yeah, 2024, the summer of it, or the spring of it, started a little bad with Glenn's fall, but he recovered, and yeah, it gave us a little scare. It always gives us a little scare when stuff like that happens, but he ended up just recovering well and healing. So yeah, 2024 has been, we have been blessed this year, as we are every year, I have to say. In 2024, we received a huge blessing of a lot of home repairs, new roof, the gutters, the gutter guards, the fascia, new carpet, new stove, new window. It's just unbelievable what we received in 2024. All the gifts from you guys, the cash donations, the food, the gifts, just all of you watching our channel and our videos and helping us out that way is a huge blessing to us. So yeah, we are totally grateful for all of you. And we both wish you a happy new year to you and your families. Make it a safe one. If you go out, just be safe out there. But if you're spending it alone, try to keep your spirits up. And hugs to all of you. So today I'll be making, New Year's Eve, I'll be making some appetizers, some cookies. I want to get that done early so I can relax the rest of the day. I haven't gotten to organizing my craft area, so I'm hoping if I get this stuff done early, take my shower, and then I can relax the rest of the day and start organizing my craft area. So, alright, so let's get our day started. And again, Glenn and I wish all of you a Happy New Year. Alright everyone, so I am going to start making our appetizers and make some cookies. So I'm going to do it all early in the day so I don't have to do anything later. The chili is already done for today, so we have that. And then I'll be making cookies, and the cucumber spread is already for when he wants that. I'll make a taco dip and then the crab flake spread. We were going to do the little smokies in the slow cooker, but we decided with already what I'm making and already with having the chili, that's going to be plenty for us. So it's just us two. We don't need like a whole ton of food. So we'll just save that for another day. Alright? So right now, I'm going to make cookies. And I have some leftover cut out cookie dough that I froze, and I made some cookies on Christmas Eve, for Christmas Eve and Christmas, and I have some left over, so I made half of it on Christmas and I'll make the other half today. With this cookie dough, let me show you what I used. Alright, so for this cookie dough, I went ahead and got some Crisco, butter flavored Crisco, and it made such a difference in the way the cookies taste. These were the best cut out cookies I've ever made, and they were good. So I'll never go back to the old recipe. So I ended up getting this large container of butter flavored Crisco. It's a 3-pound container, and I also used it for the frosting in the cookies, so that was also very good. So yeah, that's what this was made from, as well as all the other ingredients. But this was the different ingredient that I used. I've never used it before while baking, and it definitely was a game changer. So I'll never go back. I got the recipe off a YouTube channel. I was looking for 50s and 60s Christmas cutout cookie recipes, because I know Glenn has been looking for that taste for years. But I think we got pretty close to it. So, alright, so I'm going to go ahead and, good thing is the dough's already made. I just took it out of the refrigerator. I got this silicone mat along with this rolling pin from Friend Mail. I don't know if it was like last year, maybe a year ago. But this rolling pin, very nice. Let me get the rest of the rollers. Alright, so as you see, I have red circles on there. And if you've never seen this before, the ends twist off, both ends. And these colored round circle things are the thickness of how you want to roll the dough. So, like the red, 3mm or 1/8 inch. So that's the thickness I rolled the cutout cookies in. Again, both ends come apart. And so it comes in a 1/4 inch thick. So there's 2 for each color, 3/8 and a 1/16. So on the back side of the measurements are in millimeters. So it's 2mm, 10mm, and 6mm. So, alright, and yeah, so that's, this was all gifted to me in Friend Mail. I'm so grateful for it because it made rolling out the cookies to get the same thickness very nice. So that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so now we're just going to make some cookies. And I'm going to just throw some flowers on here. Now I'm not going to do Christmas cutout. I'm going to just do circles. And I'm going to use the end of this Coke glass to cut them out. I need to get some like cookie cutters, like right for throughout the year, circles and different shapes and stuff like that. So, alright, and yeah, so let's get started. I'm going to put some flour on the rolling pin as well. But let me get my cookie dough out. And these are cooked or baked at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 6 to 8 minutes. And I believe the ones I made on Christmas were anywhere from 7.5 minutes to 8 minutes. It's always nice when you have leftover cookie dough and then it just freeze it and you have it for next time. Alright, so let's... I won't record all of this, but I'm going to put some of this flour to the side for when I cut it out. I'll dip the cup there so that doesn't stick. Alright, so I'm going to just take a little piece of my cookie dough. Oh my gosh, snow flurries just started coming down. How pretty. They're not big or anything, but it's a very cloudy day. It's very cold today, and it's going to get colder, so alright, yep, snow flurries. Yay. So I actually put that battery operated snow shovel together, and it was very easy to put together. We're just waiting for some snow to accumulate now. So this is working with the thickness of these red tabs. So it's gonna roll this out evenly to that thickness. So all of the cookies will be the same thickness. Oop. Need some more flour. Oops. Well. Now I didn't record when I made the cookie dough, but maybe I'll make some more on Valentine's Day. I need to get some heart-shaped cookie cutters, and then I'll do the recipe then. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut these out now. I'm going to dip that in the flour. I probably should have done it somewhere else, but that's okay. All right, so you see the consistency of the thickness of the cookie, so that works out perfect. I never, before this was sent to me, I could never get the thickness accurate all the way around. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting out all these cookies, but that's what I'm going to do for cookies. And yeah, so I'll be back when they're done. Okay, so while I'm doing the cookies, I thought I'd just talk about our Christmas day, and because I never actually talked about how our day went or what we did or anything like that. So our Christmas day was nice and quiet, like it usually is. In the past, when the family was talking to get with each other, we used to go on Christmas Day to his sister's house. His brother and his sister always gave a Christmas get-together, and there was like a whole spread of like appetizers and snacks and things like that. But since his brother-in-law died, you know, it's kind of like when the patriarch or matriarch of the family pass, everything kind of falls apart sometimes. I'm not saying it happens to all families, but in this case it did. So that's what we used to do on Christmas Day, is go to the sister's house. And but since they're not talking anymore, and if you haven't heard that story, that's a story for another day. But so yeah, we usually just spend our Christmas at home, and it was especially quiet. We had the ham dinner, the ham that Courtney and her family sent to us. We had that for Christmas, and I made the cookies Christmas Eve. And like for cookies, I used to make a ton of cookies, even knowing it was just us, and I'm talking like years ago. I used to make so many cookies for just us two. It was ridiculous. I'll put a picture up on the screen here of how the cookies used to look, and in that picture you're going to see some tamales too. Yes, I used to make tamales. When I first got here, I think it was our first Christmas, I decided I'm going to try to make some tamales. And I made everything from scratch. The masa for the tamales and everything. I didn't buy anything. I made the meat, everything. So I was so proud of myself that Christmas. I called my dad, and I wanted to make sure I was doing the tamales right, because I had never made them before, but I wanted to give it a try. And I called my dad, And I asked him, I said, how do you know your masa is right? He said, get a glass of water, take a little piece of your masa off, and throw it in the water. If it floats, it's done. It's good. It's ready to cook. So I did that while he was on the phone still. Keep in mind they were in California, so I was calling them from here to California, and back then we were on a landline. But nonetheless, I called, yeah, I did my masa test, and I threw it in the water, and it floated. I can't tell you how happy I was and how proud I was that I did it. And I yelled out to my dad, I said, it's floating, Dad, it's floating. He said, oh, that's good. He said, I'm proud of you. My dad was proud of me because I made tamales. So yeah, that was, so in this picture you see some tamales. I made tamales a couple different years, but I haven't recently. And I wish I would have this year. Now, don't get me wrong, tamales is a lot of work. Even just for 2 people, I usually just make 2 dozen. And it is a lot of work, even just making 2 dozen. So I haven't made them in the past few years, and I really wish I would have. So maybe this winter sometime I'll make tamales. Now the past couple times I made tamales, I did not make my own masa. I bought it at the Mexican store, but I really would like to go back to making my own. Just knowing I could do it still. But I tell you, that Christmas, when I talked to my dad, I was so proud of myself, and to hear my dad was proud of me because I did it, and yeah, it was pretty awesome. But so yeah, this tray in the picture, you see all those cookies I used to make. I used to make like the chocolate chips, the fudge crinkles, peanut butter blossoms. There would have been Christmas cutout cookies in there too, but they weren't in that tray. So yeah, I made all these cookies for just 2 of us. And now we're to the point where we're like, if we just have cutout cookies, we'll be good with that. So that's what I did Christmas Eve. I just made these cutout cookies, and it was plenty for us. So yeah, we have dwindled down how much we make. But yeah, so Christmas, I made the cookies Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Oh, I have a picture here of what we had for lunch Christmas Day, which, you know, was, like I said, it's very quiet for us. Glenn still wasn't feeling the greatest, so we didn't really eat a whole lot. He did attempt to eat a couple meals, and we had those chicken strips that were sent to us by Tracy in the Walmart friend mail, and so we ate those, and I made some white rice with it, and Glenn asked if I could make some sweet and sour sauce. I make my own homemade sweet and sour sauce, and it is the best. It's a red sauce, and so I made that, and that's what we had for lunch Christmas Day. And then, so the rest of the day, I'll put pictures up here of the movies I watched Christmas Day. I'm going to get these cookies in the oven, and I'll be right back. Okay, before I get them in the oven, this is what they look like. So yeah, I'm going to put them in for about 7 to 7.5 minutes. And I've been using my new cooling racks that Courtney had sent to me from Walmart. So thank you again, Courtney. I love these. These work great. They're nice and sturdy. So loving these. Okay, so I got the timer for 7 minutes. So I'll check them at that point. All right, so anyway, Glenn took a nap during the day. He still wasn't feeling the greatest, but he did attempt to eat a couple meals. And so I actually just kind of reclined in the recliner. And at times I would just look at the Christmas tree and just kind of admire the lights, as I like to do. But I ended up watching 4 Christmas movies on Christmas Day. I don't remember the last time I sat down to watch 4 movies in one day, but I knew pretty much, well, Christmas was going to be over. And for some reason, I don't know, it's like every year, the older I get, the less I can sit down and watch TV, really. I can watch videos. I can watch a TV series on, like on Paramount Plus. We watched Tulsa King season 2. We're watching Landman, but for some reason, neither one of us can sit down and watch a movie. But Christmas Day, I actually reclined back and watched 4 movies. And the first movie I watched was Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I purposely oops, I could have got another one. I purposely saved that movie for Christmas Day, just as a memory. Back when I was homeless, I don't remember what year it was, 96 or 98 or something like that. But by Christmas time of that homeless time, I had been asked to join my sister and her boyfriend, who were working on the road, and were in Boulder, Colorado at the time. And so they sent me a Greyhound ticket to join them, and so I went there. And so for Christmas Day on that year, we were in Boulder, Colorado, and it was just me and my sister because her boyfriend went back to New York to spend holidays with his family. And so on Christmas Day in a hotel, we decided to call the theater to see if they were open, and they were, so we went there, and Jingle All the Way was playing. So, well, I guess I could have saw what year the movie was made to know what year I was homeless. But so we walked down to the theater, and Boulder was absolutely beautiful. But we walked down to the theater and watched Jingle All the Way, and it was so funny. It's got Sinbad in there, and he is hilarious. Tore my cookie a little bit, but that's okay. So yeah, I saved that movie for Christmas Day just as kind of a remembrance of that year. I saw it in the theaters on Christmas Day with my sister. So I watched that. Oh, and later that night in the hotel, we ended up ordering Mountain Mike's Pizza or something. So I watched that, and then what did I watch next? Oh, I watched 4 movies. Oh, Prancer. I watch Prancer because I want to make sure I always watch Prancer during the Christmas season. I can't go past Christmas without watching Prancer. So I watched Prancer. Love that movie. One of the all-time greats. And so then that one was over. And then I watched The Christmas Card. It was a Hallmark movie. And then Hallmark released it to a Pixel, so Pixel has it now. But I have the DVD, and I absolutely love that movie. That is my favorite Christmas movie, is The Christmas Card. So I watched that. And then after the Christmas card, I watched, okay, that's 3 now. The last movie I watched Christmas night was The Ultimate Gift with James Garner, if some of you remember him. The older folks will probably remember him. But that was a really good movie. I've watched it over the years, but I noticed in the past couple Christmas seasons I didn't watch it. So I wanted to watch it this year. So yeah, I watched The Ultimate Gift, which was the last movie of the night I watched. And then, yeah, pretty much that was pretty much how, you know, our Christmas basically went. And Glenn was awake for a little bit, and he kind of gets, I don't know, he feels like we should be doing more for Christmas. And that would, you know, probably be nice, but we can't, you know. And he asked me if I was okay with this. Oh, I gotta get the cookies. Okay, so I just took those cookies out. They smell so good. That butter flavor, the smell of it just comes out so nice. So anyway, Glenn asked if I was okay how we spent our Christmases the last few years, just staying home and doing nothing. And I said yes, because, oh, that one's a little thick. I'm going to re-roll these. I'm not paying attention. I'm talking and not paying attention. I said, yeah, I'm okay with it, because there are some people who don't have what we have. Some people don't have a home to have an enjoyable Christmas in, to watch Christmas movies in, to have a Christmas dinner, to make, you know, the pleasure of making Christmas cookies and all that good stuff. There's some people that don't have that. And I always think back to my homeless days, and that kind of puts things into perspective. So, and you know, he said, yeah, I know we should be grateful for what we have, and I am. I'm definitely, and I know he is. Sometimes you just need a little reminder. So yeah, that was our Christmas, and then we went to bed. But I have, you know, I took these pictures for you. I didn't, like I said, I didn't record since before. When I went to the Dollar Tree that time, that was the last time I recorded. Until yesterday, which was December 30th. So I had a good break of not recording. Oops. But now I'm back at it and recording again. So yes, very blessed to have whatever Christmas we have. Blessed to have the food. Oh no, I just tore that. That's okay. The ham that Courtney sent us, the food that Tracy sends us, all the gifts that you all have sent us, the support you all have given our channel. Grateful for all of that. And thank you all for that. I appreciate all of you. And one thing also that always comes to mind during Christmas is those who don't have anyone to spend it with. Those that get depressed during the Christmas season, the holiday season. Depression is a hard thing, and it can get you. So for those who get depressed during the holiday season or any time of the year, you know, my heart goes out to you. And for those of you that are stuck in the house for the winter like we are, some of you can't even leave your bed. You know, I think the way we try to do it is find something that keeps your mind busy throughout the Christmas season, or like I said, any time that you're feeling lonely or depressed. a hobby to keep your mind occupied. So yeah, I'm quite okay with the way we spend our Christmas. Alright, so it looks like this is going to give us just over 2 dozen. The last batch, I think when I cut this in half, it was bigger on the last one. It gave us 3 dozen. So this is plenty. Yeah, we had some hot chocolate on Christmas Day too, with some of the cutout cookies. We used those glasses or those mugs that were sent to us with the cute reindeer on them. Alright, I'm going to get this batch in there, and I think this is going to end up making 1, maybe two cookies, maybe 3, 2.5. Alright, so I'm going to get this in the oven and I'll be back. Alright everyone, so I've got the cookies done, I've got them frosted, and this is what they look like. As I said, I didn't record any cookie making or frosting making. I'll do that in another video. Maybe I'll make some more at Valentine's Day. But here's our batch of cookies. I made the frosting. Again, I used 1/3 cup of that butter flavored Crisco, 6 tablespoons of milk, some vanilla, and 4 cups of powdered sugar. And that was it for the frosting. So, and then I just poured Christmas sprinkles over it. So 2 dozen cookies. That's our cookies, all done. I actually just took Glenn his lunch. He's having some chili, and I will have some chili, but I actually just want to get everything done first. That way I don't have to come back to it, and I could sit down and relax the rest of the night. So I know you know what I mean. So I'm going to make the crab flake spread. And the only part I'm doing right now is cutting up the crab, putting it in here, and putting the cocktail sauce in there. Again, I got Heinz because I know Glenn likes Heinz. I prefer the Kroger brand, but I don't mind Heinz either, so we'll just do one. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and make this, and then I'll quickly make the taco dip after. And then I'll be done doing whatever I need to do tonight. All that's left to do is eat, right? So I did end up ordering a second 3-drawer set from Walmart, because it just didn't seem that one would have been enough. Well, probably didn't cut it low enough. So that got here yesterday. Oh, there's a that would have been much easier. So I've been making this crab flake spread for a long time. If I could get it open. Jeez, why did I make things so hard? I'm going to just cut everything up, so I don't care where I cut it. There is a Ziploc thing in there where you can reseal it, but I'm just going to cut it all up anyway. Alright, so yeah, you can get these in sticks or just chunks, and these are all the chunks. So I'm just going to cut them up like this. I first came onto this recipe years and years ago. I have a half-sister that lived in Wyoming at the time, and when I was in the military, we didn't grow up together, so we didn't know each other, so I actually paid her. She asked if I could come, and so we could meet. And when I was in the military, I went to Wyoming, and she made this for me. And so I've been making it ever since. And no, we don't have a relationship. So I've explained that in another video quite a long time ago, but that's another whole nother video. So so I just cut these in little chunks. She did it a little bit different, and I started doing it that way, but what she did and what I used to do is you cut all this, mix it with the cocktail sauce. You take cream cheese and spread it all over a flat plate, and then pour this over it. And then when you're ready to eat it, you just kind of spoon it out and put it on your Ritz cracker or whatever cracker you like. But now I just mix the cocktail sauce here, and instead of spreading the cream cheese on a plate, I just wait till I'm ready to eat it, take it out a little bit early so it softens up a little bit, and then just take it and spread it on my crackers. So that way, that's why I'm doing this now. That way I can get this part done, and when I'm ready to eat it, I'll just take the cream cheese out, spread it on my crackers. But yeah, that's all there is to it. That's pretty good. It's a good appetizer. There's no rhyme or reason on how big or small to cut them, however you want them. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and I will be right back. Alright everyone, so I've got the taco dip made as well. So here is the crab flake spread just in the cocktail sauce, and I decided not to cut up all the crabs. That way I'm going to freeze some for another time, so we have that for another time. Alright, and I went ahead and made the taco dip. All I did was put sour cream with taco seasoning. Please don't ask how much sour cream, because it's basically up to you. It's to taste. I put a whole pack of the Taco Bell mild taco seasoning, but it still tasted a little bland, so I added Taco Bell original seasoning, about half of the pack. So I still got some left, which I'll fold up and put away. So we have some tortilla chips for that, and I'll probably cut up some, either just put shredded cheese on the dip, or I'll also cut up some tomato and just, you know, eat it like a dip. Alright, so I think that's where I'm going to stop the video for today, and then the next video, as we plate our appetizers and cookies and whatever it is we have tonight and whatever we're doing, I'll record that for the next video. Okay, so I think this is a good place to stop, and because I'm going to eat lunch, take a shower, and do whatever. So alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch my videos every day, and thank you for your support and all the comments. Please put a like, share, comment, and I appreciate all of it. And I appreciate all the support you've given us in 2024, and let's make 2025 even better. So with that, remember to live life, be good to yourself, and be good to others. Until next time.